and welcome to the course for T-shirt design. This is lesson number 2, creating colorful typography T-shirt design. In this lesson, I'm going to show you on how to make your own typography T-shirt design. So let's get started with it. So in order for us to start, I'll first explain what we're going to do. So I'm going to first design a typographic design, like make a design of typography. The category is typography design. And by the end of this lesson, I'll be also showing you a showcase of a mockup. So the mockup is basically, I'm going to have a t-shirt and I'm going to put the design on the t-shirt picture so that it is much more visually appealing and you can also see how a design looks like on a t-shirt. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the lesson. Now I have opened up Adobe Illustrator. I have selected a A4 size paper in inches and portrait format. So what is a typographic design? A typographic design is basically a design that is made up with basically text, and then we arrange that text, edit that text using the various tools in Adobe Illustrator to make it much more appealing. And we're going to make it colorful so that it looks very pretty, or it looks pretty much decent or professional in a sense. So in order for us to do the typography, I'm going to go ahead and select the text tool first because I want text. I want to type in text first, then edit it, and then show you on how to do it. So I'm going to first type in, let's say, bloody, all capital. Or let's say blimey. Now I'm going to edit this text and show you on how you can basically make it into a typography t-shirt design. So first I'm going to select the text. As you can see, I've selected the text. Now as it is in a text format, we won't be able to edit it that much. I'm going to first select it, rearrange it, align it center. Then I'm going to align it towards the center of our artboard here so that it looks better for us to work on. So now I'm going to change the font first. As you can see, there are various forms of fonts in Illustrator. You can also download any Illustrator fonts from here. Find more, under find more, you can also download much more fonts, or you can download other fonts from other websites as well. So as you can see, this looks better, but I'm going for a very bloodyish look for our text, so, and a colorful look for our text. So I'm going to go ahead and change the text again, change the font of the text again. Let's keep it like this. Yes. Then I'm going to go ahead and select an object, then expand. Now, if you select a text, go to object, and then if you use expand, the object will turn from a text into a vector object in Illustrator. So if I press OK, now as you can see, it has been selected into a vector object. Now, if I hold on Control, I can see all the points, all the nodes. So I can then, let's say if I select this one, I can then edit it like this, as you can see. But if I were to select one, you'll see all of them are selected. It's because it's grouped together. So if I press Ctrl Shift and G, it will ungroup. Now I can change all the paths, and I can basically, it's ungrouped. Now I can move around all the letters. So I'm gonna select B. I'm gonna press Ctrl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna use my up arrow 5 times, and for L I'm gonna do it downwards, so down arrow 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to do the same for the rest. Or you can do something else. Let me show you. So I want to select it like B, then holding down Control or holding down Shift, I, then E. Now B, I, and E are selected. So I'm gonna press down Control. If I press only up arrow, it also works. If I press Control, it also works as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Now let me add another more 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Now L, M, and Y as well. Holding the Shift, L, M, Y, then downwards 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. Now I'm going to select all of them. I'm going to press Ctrl and G to group them together again. Now I'm going to rearrange them, realign them towards the middle again. As you can see, all of them are aligned again. Now, how do I add the bloody effect to Blimey? So I'm going to select it again. I'm going to hold down Ctrl-Shift-G to ungroup it again, because I grouped it mainly to realign it to the center of the artboard. So using the selection tool, if you were to select one object, and now if I were to select the pencil tool, which is, I'm going to select the pencil tool, which is right over here, and the pencil tool over here. Now, once I've selected the pencil tool, as you can see, as B is selected, I can see all the nodes here. Now I can, if I were to, like, let's say use the pencil on a path over here, draw it like this, then as you can see, it has basically expanded the shape of the B. Now for a bloody look, I want it to have this sort of like drippy art. So there you go, there's that. The same case for here. I also want to have it over here as well. There you go. And I want to change the shape over here like this. But I have to select the B as B with the pencil tool. There you go. Then I have to sort of draw it from a path. As you can see, it only works if you, let's say, on this path, if I were to draw it like this and end it here, it won't work. But if I were to start drawing and then have it end, then it's going to work. But I have to select, you have to use the selection tool and select B first in order for you to edit it first. There you go. That is how you do it. Same case for here. Again, you need to select it first. But if I were to select that, those are not separate objects. Those are attached with B. So there's B. I'm gonna do a little bit more. So there you go. Again, you have to select it. Otherwise, it does not work sometimes properly. You have to keep on selecting it. Using the selection tool, then again, like that. There you go. Now let's go with L. So for L, I'm going to have it curve a bit, like over here. There you go. The bottom right over here. There you go. And the side over here as well. I'll also have it over here as well. Not the pencil tool. You need to draw it from the path or else it won't work. And then end it on the other path. So let's see how that looks. That looks wonderful. Now let's go with I. The same case, using the selection tool, select I, then use the pencil tool. Selection tool, then pencil tool, drawing it from path. There you go. I want it to be a bit trippy, but you need to make sure that you do not like go inside too much, but outside as well. As you can see, there you go. You can change the shape like that as well. And then I'm going to just change the color. To the various colors. As you can see. Oops. Let me use that. There you go. And here, let me go for a blue or greenish tone. And here, a greenish tone completely. There you go. That looks much more colorful. Now, again, using the pencil tool. And then I'm going to use the selection tool first, select it, then pencil tool. There you go. Now I'm going to melt this part over here, so I'm going to have it like that. As you can see, same case for here. I want that to melt over here as well. Same case for here. Now for the E. So selection tool again, pressing V, then the pencil tool, or you can press N as well. I want this to be completely like this, and this to be melting down and dripping down. You can say both. And then like that. Ooh, I don't know why that happened, but there you go. This part to be melting as well. And this part to be melty as well. There you go. I just want this part to be melting as well, not dripping. As you can see, it is becoming a much more complex and custom style of font now, or graphics, or vector graphics, as you might say. So I'm just gonna be much more faster now, making out this design. There you go. Now, once I'm done with this, I'm going to add a shadowy effect underneath it. So I'm going to select all of it. I'm going to press Ctrl G to group it together. Then going to use this. Then going to hold an Alt and drag it, and then let go of the mouse. This will create another copy of it. And I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to arrange, and I'm going to send it to the back. Then I'm going to select the color, fill to black. There you go. Now I'm going to arrange it so that it looks like a shadow. There you go. And there you go. Now the shadow part over here, I'm going to go to effects over here. I'm going to go to blur and then Gaussian blur. As you can see, if I turn off the preview, you won't be able to see anything. But if I would turn on the preview, you'll be able to see the effect change. There you go. I think what's the max? So 250. So it's 125. So I'm gonna give in 125, half of it, to see what happens. But still, it's not that much good. So I'm gonna go ahead, press undo, go to effect again, go to blur again, and then Gaussian blur, and I'm going to lower it down. Let's have it at 20. No, 20 seems too much as well. Let's give it at a like 10 now and see. Let's put it at 10. This 10 seems to be okay. 10 seems to be good. And I'm going to select all of it and press Ctrl G to make it into a group. Now, as you can see, if I move it around, it will move around. Now I want to add like a background to it, but before that, let me arrange it to center. There you go. And the background will be a rectangle, let's say, an orange rectangle. So I'm gonna go to the rectangle tool here. I'm gonna select the color orange. This looks perfect. And I'm basically going to cover it up. There you go. And then arrange and send to back. We select all of it and then rearrange. As that is not grouped together, there you go, it's rearranged like that. But I want to increase, let's say, the size of this, the orange cap. There you go. And also increase like the, yeah, that looks perfect. Now I'm going to change it in the middle again. There you go. That looks wonderful. Now I'm going to use this, what I've created here, and then put this into Adobe Photoshop. I have a template for a t-shirt design. I'll be going into Photoshop right now and show you how the mockup looks like, how you can set up the mockup as well, and basically see how well it looks like on a white t-shirt. So here I am with Photoshop. I have a file which I have downloaded from a website known as Mockup Tree. So if you go to mockuptree.com, you will find a lot of files like this. So this is a mockup file for a t-shirt, and it's completely free as well. So if I were to open up this file of Photoshop, I'll have this, as you can see, things over here. I have background, I have t-shirt over here. The t-shirt part is where we will be working on with our design. So I'm going to go to Illustrator and first copy our made design from before. So here we are. I'm going to first select everything over here. I'm going to go ahead and do Ctrl C. There you go. Everything's copied now. But before that, I want to group everything up again. And there you go. I grouped everything up. Then I'm going to do Ctrl select everything and Ctrl C again. Copy it. Now heading back over to Photoshop. Heading back over to Photoshop. We're gonna go and expand under the layers over here, t-shirt. As you can see, there are a lot of things, but as we have downloaded the template, we do not need to do anything else. You have to go to Smart Object and edit contents over here. Another tab will open up. Our design will basically be put over here. So I'm going to select this here, and I'm going to delete it. Or you can paste it over here as well. So this is just a text file. I'll delete it, and I'll Control V, and as you can see, we have created our design in Adobe Illustrator. As we have copied that, is in the clipboard right now. So if we were to paste it, Photoshop automatically detects it, and it will ask for this option: Smart Object, Pixels, Path, and Shape Layer. We already are inside the Smart Object, so we do not need the Smart Object over here. So we will add it as pixels. So, okay, there you go. It has now been added in. And we do not need this design over here anymore, so we're going to delete that. Now, once we're done with this, we're going to now expand this. So if I were to press Control T, it will turn into an X. It will have these nodes over here. Now we can edit the contents over here like this. So I'm going to press down nothing. I'm going to just expand it so that it fills up the sides. There you go. And then I'm going to go to Window and I'm going to Align again. Now there are no alignments here, so you need to align it by following the guideline. As you can see, if you drag it, it will align. So I'm going to put it at the center. There you go. It is now done. You do not need to do anything. Just cross this out. There you go. Now I'm just going to cross this out. Then save changes, yes. Now as you can see, the object came up over here. Now, once you have opened up Photoshop, you will see, once I have opened up the file, the template for the mockup that I downloaded. Now, under the t-shirt layer over here, go to Smart Object, double click on it. Or you can go to Edit Contents over here by selecting that. And then just paste my design over here. So if I were to press Control V, I'll have to paste it as Smart Object. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to disable the text over here. There you go. And enable this Smart Object over here. There you go. I'm going to put it at the center. There you go. And then I'm going to go ahead and cross this. Then it will be save. Yes, saving it. Now, as you can see, the shape that we have already put on our cloth, on our t-shirt, it looks like this. There is a reason for that. If you go to Smart Object here, which we edited the contents before, there are several effects over here. If I were to turn off all the effects, there you go. As you can see there, that's over there. If I were to move the Smart Object, for example. So let me just go ahead and disable everything for now, except for the Smart Object. There you go. Now, if I were to turn on the effects, there's bevel, there's satin, there's color overlay, there's color grow, there's color drop shadow as well. We don't need the drop shadow. Just turn off the color overlay and you'll be good to go. As you can see, it is now completely on our t-shirt, but it is a bit below. We want it to be in the chest type area. So I'm going to go ahead and move this up towards over here. There you go, cross that. And then select CS for save, and there you go. We can also do it a bit, lowering it down, and then again saving it. There you go, that looks perfect. Now for the effects over here, the color overlay, or the bevel, we don't need the bevel. Let's cancel that. We don't need the bevel over here. Let's go to satin over here. We do not need hard light. We need the linear burn. We're gonna change it up so that it looks a bit lighter. There you go. Okay, now it looks much more lighter. You can also turn that off as well. You can also turn off effects as well. In general, you can just right click and hide all effects. Then you'll get this as well. It's a white t-shirt. It also looks like this on the white t-shirt as well. So I can go ahead and show all effects again. This will basically look like this on your t-shirt. There you go. That's the mockup. So that's it for this lesson, and I'll be seeing you in the next lesson.